Welcome, friends, to Afternoon Adventures. Streaming live with Yorkie, where the fun never falters. A Yorkshire tied the world under the New Mexico sun, as he shares the warmth with the story begun.
Under golden skies, the tales take flight. Yorkie's ready, with a sparkle in his eyes. Fantasy, sci-fi, or a modern twist, each tale's a treasure, none to be missed. From rolling hills to haunted towns, epic quests where legends abound. Heroes rise, or stumble and fall, but Yorkie's here to see it all. With each new game, a door swings wide. Step through with Yorkie as your guide. Join Yorkie's Afternoon Adventures, where stories grow and danger fades. Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return. Point and click tales where puzzles unfold, episodic journeys with stories bold. Visual novels rich with choice, F&B scenes where actors voice. Role-playing quests where fates entwine, strategy games with plots that shine. Narrative games where the plot runs deep. In Yorkie's stream, the stories leap. No matter the genre, the tale's the key. In Yorkie's world, it's all about the story. Join Yorkie's Afternoon Adventures, where stories grow and danger fades. Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return.
Join Yorkie's Afternoon Adventures, where stories grow and danger fade.
Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return. Pulling lost to mysteries grand, to moral choices that guide your hand. Political intrigue or personal strife, the games explore the depths of life. From epic battles to a quiet chat, these stories cover all of that. In Yorkie's stream, the topics range, each adventure brings something strange. With every theme, new doors ignite. In Yorkie's world, the tales take flight. Join Yorkie's Afternoon Adventures, where stories grow and danger fades. Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return. As each tale ends, a vote takes place on his YouTube community page. The viewers decide what's next in line for the tales we'll share in this grand design. From epic quests to quiet nights, we'll find new ways to reach new heights. Yorkie's here, so don't delay. Another adventure's on its way. With every vote, a new game begins. In Yorkie's world, adventure wins. Join Yorkie's Afternoon Adventures, where stories grow and danger fades. Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return. Through every twist, through every turn, there's so much more we've yet to learn. In every choice, in every path, there's magic found in every laugh. The stories weave, the moments blend. With Yorkie here, the fun won't end. The journey's long, the road's not straight, but side by side we'll celebrate. With every game, new bonds are made. Characters live where memories fade. Journeys shared, both near and far. These tales connect us like a guiding star. In every choice, in every play, new paths are forged along the way. So join us now, the time is near for another adventure full of cheer. In Yorkie's hands, the stories shine, adventure waits for all in line. Join Yorkie's afternoon adventures, where stories grow and danger fades. Laughs and thrills at every turn, an adventure where we'll all return. So join us again, don't miss a beat. Yorkie's channel is the place to meet. With stories fresh and games so bright, we'll chase the day into the night.
Gather round, brave souls, and hear the tale of the Lindra moon song, a hero through and through. Welcome to her journey, in the light and in the shade, in wrath of the righteous, where the winds of freedom play. The world wand opens and demons rise. Darkness spreads through crimson skies. In the chaos, hope is hard to find, but the Lindra stands with it, an unyielding mind. Through fire and chains, she'll make her way, to push back the night, to bring the day. She's a beacon in the night, guided by the stars' light. With bow in hand, she'll stand her ground. Her courage fierce, her aim profound. In every shot, the darkness fades. Halindra's courage never afraid. The Lindra roams where the wild winds call, a child of twilight where shadows fall. The open road has been her guide, with Desna's dreams always by her side. But now she's drawn to a greater fight, to defend the world from the endless night. For freedom's call, she'll always fight, her spirit soaring to the height. With bow in hand, she'll stand her ground. Her courage fierce, her aim profound. In every shot, the darkness fades. Halindra's courage never afraid. Her skill took flight, harnessing earth and the winds of night. Her arrows strike with nature's grace, a storm within no foe can face. With every shot, she holds the line, her spirit strong, her aim divine. Her power flows from earth and sky. She strikes where shadows die. With bow in hand, she'll stand her ground. Her courage fierce, her aim profound. In every shot, the darkness fades. Halindra's courage never afraid. Even the lone need a helping hand. Allies gather, together they stand. Sealer's shield, embers gentle light, land steady aim in the endless fight. With friends beside her, she faces the tide. In their unity, the darkness is denied. With allies strong, her strength ignites. Together, they turn the tides. With bow in hand, she'll stand her ground. Her courage fierce, her aim profound. In every shot, the darkness fades. Kalindra's courage never fades. Oh, Yorkie, can you guide her through? In the paths of chaos, where the winds blew, will you lead her true as the battles rage? Or lose her in the abyssal stage? Her eyes now turn to the mythic call, the Azata's light, to rise or fall. She'll chase her fate through fire and sky. With Desna's blessing, she'll learn to fly. Her journey long, but she won't back down. She'll wear the stars like a hero's crown. Her fate entwined with stars above, she'll rise on wings of love. With bow in hand, she'll stand her ground. Her courage fierce, her aim profound. In every shot, the darkness fades. Kalindra's courage never afraid. Oh, Yorkie, can you guide her through? In the paths of chaos, where the winds blow, will you lead her true as the battles rage? Or lose her in the abyssal stage? Her eyes now turn to the mythic call, the Azata's light, to rise or fall. She'll chase her fate through fire and sky. With Desna's blessing, she'll learn to fly. So join along back down as her story flows through battles fought and the winds that blow. Yorkie's afternoon adventures, don't miss a beat, for Kalindra's tale is far from complete. Come back soon, for the journey's long, and see where the winds will take Moonsong. Her story's just begun, there's more to see in the light of the stars, where she'll always be free.
Alright there, it's your old mate Yorkie here. Welcome you back to the afternoon adventures for those less action shooter style narratively rich games. Right now with the CRPG Wrath of the Righteous. We're at the inn, and it's time to just have a chat with people before we move on. We've already spoken to a storyteller, there might be more stuff we can find out from them though. The elf in front of you is young, still an adolescent by the standards of their Longwood folks. A childish, carefree smile plays on her face, and the wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. Terrible scars cover her body, and a few of her fingers are missing. A crow sits on her shoulder, observing you with its clever black eyes. Tell me about yourself. Well, they call me Ember. I used to live in the River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. Why do they call you Ember? I've had many names. When I was little, Mum and Dad called me Dove or Cricket or Kitten. Dad called me his little ray of sunshine. And when Mum was cross, she called me a long name, a grown-up one. I can't remember it, no matter how hard I try. Then, when I came to live in River City, the good people called me different funny names like Ember or Torch or Smoky. I don't know why. They called me Bird Brain because I have a crow. I'm not sure that's why. They called me Lucky Seven because of my fingers. She raised her hands, a middle finger on her right hand and the two smaller fingers on her left are missing. They sometimes called me Grilled Meat and said I was stupid, but I didn't feel hurt. I mean, they're right, I am silly. They didn't mean to hurt me. I like Ember, it's a good word. Embers are like people. On the outside they're grey and cold like stone, but they're warm inside. You can blow on them or they'll start a fire to help you survive the night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Ember it is. Well, you're an optimist. I think I'll call you Pollyanna. Where are you from? Far away, from the flower country. Girl gestures vaguely off into the distance. It's so beautiful there. Everywhere there's flowers blooming, golden towers and waterfalls, and everyone is like me with pointy ears. There's no round-eared people, no short ones, no horned heads. We lived there together, me and my mum and Dad. Mum and Dad argued a lot. Dad used to say that all good people should go on the crusade and fight the demons, and Mum said that he was silly because it was so far away and none of our business, and that he shouldn't abandon his child. She meant me. But he didn't abandon me, he took me along. He said I was born the same year that the hole in the demon world appeared. He said it was a sign that I would be one of the heroes to close it. Of course I'm not a hero, but I'm here anyway, helping as much as I can. Where did you get your scars? It happened by accident. My dad and I came sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the world room to heal it. He said that the crusaders were the bravest people in the world and together we were going to win. But when we arrived in the River City, the Crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad and decided to burn us at the stake. Dad died and I cried so loudly that one of the good knights realised it was all a big mistake. He started yelling at the other Crusaders, even the one in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. The kind knight took me to a healer. I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was burned so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. A few fingers missing, and my skin is funny. I've lived in the River City ever since. I never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then the demons came and I met you, and you know what happened after that. Is it really so easy for you to forgive them? I'm not sure I could be so merciful. No one can say how much good or evil they have in them. No one can see into their own soul. Ember smiles and tilts her head. Her inquisitive look wanders over your face, as if she's trying to look into your soul. No one knows until it's time to check. Do you worship any deity? The girl shakes her head with an unwavering smile. Dad taught me to pray to Arandae. He said she was a kind goddess and she called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. They even lit the fire with a prayer to her, and she did nothing to help us. But then one kind knight alone, without any gods, changed his mind and saved me. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything, and they're scared of everything, so they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves, and the gods listen to the praise, and they become smug and arrogant, and begin to believe they're better than us. But they're no better. They're silly sinners just like the rest of us. Sometimes I pray to the gods, different ones, the good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do, I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me, he was able to change his mind and do a good deed. If he can change, maybe Baphomet can too. Okay, well, good luck with that. How did you survive on the streets? The elf shrugs. There are many good people in the River City. When I sang for them in the street, they'd often give me coins or bread, or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with the other homeless, and they showed me where it's safe to sleep, where I could get out of the rain and cold, and where I could find discarded things. When the demons destroyed the River City, I looked for my friends and I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basements to hide in, and the knights won't protect them either. Knights are like gods, so self-important. They're saving the world after all. What do they care about the homeless? Still smiling, the girl shrugs. Where do your magical powers come from? These tricks? I have them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma before that, and his father's. I've never seen her myself, but she's very clever and kind. When I lived on the street, sometimes she left food for me or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I feel her stroking my hair as I fall asleep, but if I open my eyes, there's no one near. She also sent me soot. She scratches the crow's beak, and the bird grumbles happily in response. She tells Soot how to do different tricks, and Soot teaches me. It appears that Ember doesn't know who exactly gives her these powers, but you can guess from her words that her patron is Andaletta, a powerful Archon, one of the Imperial Lords, also known as Grandmother Crow. Thank you for your answers. Oh, not at all. I didn't really tell you anything. You know, you're always so cheerful. How do you manage to remain so hopeful when we're surrounded by such horror? Hope? She tilts her head and continues to smile. No, hope is a lie. What should we hope for? This world is in the hands of demons. The gods can't help, or they don't want to. Or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons, but they still quarrel with each other and fight and steal. There's no hope, only us. We'll have to win without hope. It will be hard. The entire abyss is against us. We can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make one happen. What other choice do we have? We'll work a miracle and win because we have to. The elf smiles broadly and nods to herself. Alright, I have to go, Ember. So go. The elf watches her with a radiant smile as you leave. Let's check in with Ninio. Girl, I'm pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge, hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. Ninio stopped to catch her breath. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. Do you always express your delight so effusively? What? Who are you? Ninio stares at you for a while, bewilderment in her eyes. But then it's replaced by recognition. Oh, yes, my new follower. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as yet modest achievements, and try to induce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is a principle that underpins any training. She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, yes, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologise for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again, unless I forget. But let's get back to business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley lying between Canabris and Dresden. As soon as it's reasonably practicable, I'll mark the place on your map with a large red cross so you won't forget. What's so special about the ruins near Canabris? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you, because you are my most loyal follower, and you are worthy of possessing such knowledge. Ninio rubs her nose. And also because you are the first person to ever ask me about it. I'm beginning to regret doing so. Some time ago I was walking around the border of the Worldwood, and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed grey robe, and his face was hidden behind an odd white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reason for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, I am the answer, but what is the question? Then he walked off in the direction of the World Wound. The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time I met an elven woman, judging by the pointed ear sticking out from behind the mask. I am the answer, but what is the question, she said before taking off towards the World Wound. And then I realised everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad talents. Ninio rubs the tip of her nose. After all these geysers weren't simply on their way to a costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction. To a place not far from Canabris, a place which is marked as nameless ruins, even on ancient Sarkorian maps. That's where I need to go. Unravelling the secrets of that place will be my greatest discovery. It will secure my place in history, or perhaps even in legend. How do you know where we have to go? Do you know how to find a beehive in a forest? You need to catch 2 bees. Set them free in 2 different locations of the forest and remember the directions they fly in. Then you take a map and draw lines showing the bees' routes. The place where the lines intersect will mark the location of the beehive. Fascinating, yes? By the way, forest bees do not make any honey. Linear size. I use the beehive principle here too. For a couple of months I tracked the strange people in masks and observed the direction in which they were travelling. I collected the coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. All the routes intersected at nameless ruins not far from Canabres. What do you expect to find there? I haven't the slightest idea. If I knew what was hidden there, I wouldn't be so eager to go. You know, they're not very far from Canabres. You could easily get there all by yourself. Why do you need me? Ninio's eyes seem ready to pop out of their sockets in surprise. Don't you see? This is a legendary secret place. Who knows what may happen to me after I lift the veil and uncover the workings of the universe? My mortal body may be unable to contain all that knowledge. Or perhaps I will ascend and become equal to the gods themselves. I need you to write down everything that happens and report my fate to the interested parties in Absalom. And don't forget to praise me, as I deserve, when you're there. You know, these ruins of yours may turn out to be just that. Ruins. Ninio shrugs. In that case, we'll write off this experiment as a failure and start another one. I don't know which experiment I'll try next. Well, that's all I wanted to know about your task, I think. Well, now you know, so off you go, Ninio frowns. Did I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I've discovered a poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say any word. I'll try to find a rhyme for it. Iomade. Says Discari, go away. If you play, you need to pay. Every shade of colour grey. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We learned that I have no poetic talent at all. Ninio sighs. But it's no use to despair. Having a gift of poetry in addition to my inexhaustible intelligence would have been a little too much. Besides, I am catastrophically busy and have no time to spend writing poetry. I don't think there's any point in saying that I don't want you to call me girl. I don't think she's capable of thinking otherwise. Why don't you tell me about yourself? I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet to be reckoned. You've already told me that. That information should be enough to satisfy your curiosity, because I doubt I will be able to tell you more than that. You see, the brain of any given individual can contain only a limited amount of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of thermodynamics, divine esoterica, planar geography, things that will lead Galarian to a brighter future. Ninio rubs her nose. Besides, if I make a great discovery, but I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated and useless information. What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Galarian. How did you become a scientist? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. Where are you from? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. You have a circle tattooed on your shoulder. What does it mean? Ninio casts a sidelong glance at her shoulder. Oh, that! I do not remember the circumstances of its creation, but I like it. I like to think of it as a 0, null, nothing. A centre point, an origin of coordinates. It reminds me of how much of the universe, of the unknown that world there is to explore. Don't you remember how you got the tattoo? That information is irrelevant. I decided to forget it. How can you just decide to forget important piece of information? This is just one of my many talents. The secret is to stop thinking about the thing you want to forget. And the main thing is not to remember anything you don't need. To filter it. To get right to the essence. I'll teach you someday, unless I forget. So what about this encyclopedia you're working on? The Encyclopedia Galarianica will be published in 100 volumes, 1,000 pages each, plus the author's addenda, appendices added by future co-authors, and critical commentaries. Addenda indexation was still in question. Ninio looked slightly embarrassed. I just like the number 100, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to keep within the established word limit. It will be a magisterial piece of scholarship that will become a part of the mandatory curriculum of every educational institution worth mentioning. In it I intend to describe every object, item, event, fact and personality that is present on, or at least somehow related to Golarion. My calculation shows that I have completed no more than 1% of this monumental book. Do you remember your parents, your past, or is all of that irrelevant too? All of it is irrelevant on the grand scale of world history. I have no reason to remember such things. Forgetting your origin, knowing nothing about who you are and where you come from, that's terrible. Then he stays silent and gives you a puzzled look. What? What were we talking about? I'll stop torturing you with questions for now. What were we talking about? I don't need clarity on the task. I have to go. Then he produced a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. She lifts her chin. By the way, did you know that is the exact amount of time the inquisitive Canabres need to find a defendant guilty? But to shake off inquisitors chasing you takes 5 times as long. That experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armour is not burdensome for them at all. Yeah, you've had a bit of an experience, haven't you? Bloody inquisitors. Ah, yes. Is there anything else I want to know about you? I've kind of got most of that, haven't I? Examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell a story. Storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. Storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has just lost it, still not lost its shine. Proud to Rendlef, protector of Canabres, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to many admirers. The storyteller's hand touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Finian says, ha ha ha, Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers, it tickles. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? You've already told me about the knife. What do you see in Radiance has passed? Storyteller touches the blade with his finger. Sadness shrinks in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the Abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat, no, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes onto the night through the southern gate. They are chased by angry howls of demons, killing the last defenders of the city. My heart goes out to them, but I am standing still on the wall. I am covering their retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hand. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, hey, discarded spawn. Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I've killed with this very hand. You want to curry favour with Daeran Arandae or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head if you can. Roaring and seething, they rush towards me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armour with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Joran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. This is what I am fighting for. I am covering the retreat. The flow of seething people gradually dwindles. My armour is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickened hand. He flies up but falls somewhere behind the walls. By the road, being taken by the fleeing, no more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Dresden, I am dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Arandae, excite my soul. The storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of the sword? Just one of the numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the array of warriors led by the lady. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in their hearts. I am Radiance. Tremble, city of Dresden. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge! Storyteller returns the sword to you. It is nice to know the sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It's a glorious sword. Tell me about Terendlev. The storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned the surface smooth like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them, did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's because of them, all because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, "Your mentor, he will come, he will help," and I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred from Terendlev? Wasn't she on our side? Terendlev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by demons once. She was infected with foulness. The Terendlev you met in Canabres had gone through many trials and regained her form of purity. What happened next? The storyteller put his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Terendlev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if we find something else that used to belong to her, we will know more about her struggle. However, no matter what we learn, remember, her soul, the soul of a true dragon, overcame every obstacle, endured every torment. She was able to purify herself. Her dragons are truly powerful, not only in body, but in spirit too. Tell me what you see from Finian here. Hello, Grandpa Elf. Storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table, and the bladesmith, everyone called him the bladesmith, he placed a device in a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired, then I screamed, but now I've lost my voice. Though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops. His voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again. But when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table. A burned corpse covered with a black crust. The master took out the handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burned corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do. An eye and a star. My favourite belt, a good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. Storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only muffled whisper. Those crusaders. I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Somebody told me to and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop, even for just a minute. I just have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. The storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That's Finian's past, but what awaits him in the future? The dead have no future, but the storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day and a boat flying above the waves. I am so excited, but I know whose vision this is. I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. The storyteller gives Finian back to you. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Don't worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonourable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf, I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid, says Finian. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. We've got other important things to do. Return with new stories, I'll be waiting. There is one other person I want to talk to about Finian. They are a Pathfinder here. It's good to see you. What can I do for you? Would you like to renew your forces with excellent fighters? Do you know anything about a Pathfinder named Finian Dismar? Hyla rubs his chin. Let me think. Dismar. I've definitely heard the name before. Of course you have, says Finian. I'm a Pathfinder too, so you're the chief of these lands now. What about Lady Ori? When I left at the wound, she had just taken up the position. Hello examines her talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ori perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Finian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the list of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well. Write that in your list and I'll back and soon I'll find a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Finian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was all a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks. They probably think I'm dead too. Hello shakes his head sadly. Poor lad. But such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our minds cannot take it. I've got to go. You've been through a lot, eh, Finian? Most of it you're not even aware of, even having heard it. Let me just check something here. Well, first of all, let's get out of here. Now that's the party that ChatGPT requested. And right now, my plan goes to the Arandae house first. Since we heard about a demon attack over here. Nope, that's not the order we want. You're at the back. I'm at the back. Now Wolf can be off to the side. You're going to be forward. should be good.
Save the last one for me.
Demons!
Away,
Fetchers!
rascal!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Surrender or else! Into the fray! I'll cut you wide open! Mind over muscle!
There we go. Alright, let's see what we've got in here. All this lot. Various bits of food and booze and other stuff. I guess this is a party. What a splendid occasion, Count. And this new Numerian elixir is quite something. Oh look, such darling little... Yeah, they're not so darling anymore, are they? They're demons, help! Alright. Lan.
You won't survive me.
Sailor, can you charge forward and take them? Oh, that's not what I had in mind. Never mind. You know what? We might not even need that. Let's just see. Cylindra.
Your time is over.
Don't like that dretch mist. Don't like the plague we got either. God, his hand's running like crazy. Camellia. Let's see, like there she is. Drunk Noble having a quick run away. Oh, isn't that one we're chasing? Cool. Ember! See if you can put him to sleep. No.
Endure this.
Right, the wizard's down.
I'll remove this obstacle.
He did a bit of damage. Valindra.
You offend me.
These folks are just running like crazy. Missed. Dog's down. Ember. Not getting anywhere with the slumbers right now, are you, girl?
Make every strike count.
No glory without risk.
You missed, Sealer.
Stand down.
So did I, mind you. Right, the dretch fog is gone. Ow. Camellia.
Magnesium Turinos.
She's missing all the slumbers.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Mind over muscle.
The light. Take you.
Away, you rascal.
Why can't I shoot him?
Your time is over.
Alright, well, that's a problem.
The spirits demand your blood.
9 damage, not bad. Damn, they're all saving.
You won't survive me.
Could do a heal living. I don't think I need to right now.
Into the fray.
Come on, Sealer. Why can't I shoot him? Oh, I can't because I'm out there, that's why. I didn't see I was affected by the old drench smoke.
You are today's sacrifice.
Another 4. Ember. Well, let's try for you, see if you can scream. Well, that's 6.
Endure this.
Nenio.
The inheritor. Guide
Got
my
him.
blade.
Oh, I'm back in.
You offend me.
That's not what I had in mind. Oh well.
Too late for apologies.
Make every strike count.
You should have listened to reason.
Sealer, see if you can get them.
Take you.
Cylindra,
Stand down.
not bad. Yeah, we're not doing anything, are you? So let's just leave that as is. I was forgetting who that was. That was silly. Ember.
I'll hit you.
Lan.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Into the fray.
Away, you rascal.
Alright, that just leaves the dretch, I think. Alright. Well, I'm going to need some more. Let's go have a word with the ranker. Thank you, stranger. The young woman does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance, I swear I don't know who enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of the house. I'm a friend of Ilka's. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young man clasped her hands together. Ilka's is alive, and he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now, when the city is under siege by the demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How'd you end up here? Holden's hounds found me in Wallflower, and they tried to capture us. I distracted them, and then I lost them in the streets before charming my way to this party. Even if the inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't be been allowed past the door. Holden holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie down. That is, until the demon showed up. She shivers. and wrapped her arms around herself. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away, he'll go and try and help the people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitor won't expect, pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes at the temple. She becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabris Market Square. Tell me about yourself. I'm Aranka, travelling bard and follower of Desna. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling and unable to live a more normal life. For me, that's only partly true. I have a wonderful family, my mother, father, grandmother and brother. Right now, they're far away, and I'm sure they miss me. But they have always supported me in my vocation, and they let me be free to roam, because they know that I couldn't be happy while there was so much of the world I hadn't explored, and so many places where people might need my help. A bard, that's great, I love singing. Will you sing me a song? Aranka smiles, sorry. I don't think this is a good time to sing a long, sweeping epic, but I'll gladly sing for you some other time. What can you tell me about the master of the house? About the Count. Her voice drops to a whisper. I've wanted to smash a jug over his head for about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you've probably already heard about the Arandae family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's house, like someone is watching him, unseen eyes staring at the back of his head. Even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns around, I don't know if I believe all these tales. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Why did he decide to break into the wardstone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk. Your information could have been a trap set by demons. But it wasn't a trap, Aranka says forcefully. Then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the world wound and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we've nothing to show for it. I think that Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline. We've been marching for 100 years and it's always 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Huldrun are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We'll never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down the same path. We need to change tack, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not mouldering doctrines. We need to listen to any entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics, and our victory will be complete. Lan, have you noticed that the other way hasn't worked in the least? For all their efforts, for all the sacrifices, for the noble sacrifice of Terend Lev and Yanil and all the others, the world wound's still open. The demons are getting further and further into the lands, and all we end up doing is dying. It's not working, Lan. Something needs to change. Naive children, that's what you are, but I admit your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't bursting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed. So I think I'm safe here for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to the temple to Ilka's. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. I have to go. Alright. There's Daeran. Let's have a word with him.
Greetings. valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daeran Arandae, myriad mellifluous monikers Arandae. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow. Bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place. Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Are you really not aware of what's going on, Daeran? Canabra is in ruins. The sky that killed Tarendalev, the Waterstone has been captured, and you're asking me why demons gatecrashed your party?
Canabris in ruins. Descari. Well, and I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window. It seems as though Descari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
What should I know about your Count, apart from the fact that you're highborn and a bit of a prick?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm not sure anything haunts you, does it, Daeran?
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
Well, we're kind of alike there. I'm not sure that I'm trusting you, but we're alike. You don't seem very concerned about your city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming
Little
thing
cruel?
is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon. As if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Count falls silent and rubs his brow, looking fatigued. You're not wrong, Count.
The Arandaes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite
Sounds like
ill.
you have plans for yourself,
You
Daeran.
deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
As Camellia speaks, hints of carefully suppressed irritation slip into her voice. You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Erebeth Terrabade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal.
She is, isn't she?
Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes?
Not sure about that.
As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Not sure. What are your thoughts, folks?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
What? You're asking about whether to take this boy with you? The question lies outside the bounds of my interest. By the way, did you know that the young scions of noble families often sponsor the research of young scientists? What laudable passion for knowledge. True, the size of their donations bears a direct correlation to the hazardousness of the experiment being conducted.
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Alright, well that seems like we have 4 yeas, 1 possible, and 1 nay. I say that's a deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Go wait at the tavern. We'll catch up with you.
It went splendidly.
Portrait of Queen Galfrey Mendev, rule of the kingdom.
A success worthy of praise.
Intricate patterns on the harp that depict the stars and moon and butterflies. Fine. Right, and out we go.
Easy.
Well, if Ilkis and Aranka are back there, maybe we should do the Tower of Istrod. Oh, we're here, aren't we? Let's go to Market Square. Actually, no, let's go to the Tower of Istrod first. Well, Silken Thread, I'll tell you. That'll work. Dead duelists. Pick up some stuff from them.
So exciting!
Alright, Camellia, do your stuff. Well, first of all, let's get this. Not much there, mind you.
I hope you appreciate it.
Thank you. 5,237.
Yet another obstacle.
You're irrelevant.
Your time is over.
You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Looks like we've got others up here, doesn't it?
Go for their hearts.
Go.
You should have listened to reason.
Alright, you're down.
You won't stop us. You offend me.
Endure this!
The light, take you.
I'll cut you wide open. Mind over muscle. Surrender or else. Stand down.
There we are. No bits of garbage here.
With grace.
Yep. Alright, Camellia.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
That wasn't smart, was it? What were you doing? Well, whatever she thought she was doing, she's done with it now.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Ow.
This will leave a bruise.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Make every strike count.
Away, you rascal.
Nenio.
No glory without risk.
The spirits demand your blood.
Ow. Alright, that hurt her. Ember, can you put one of these down? Yes, you can. Luna, can you get on? Nope.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Your time is over.
Nenio.
You are today's sacrifice.
Worthless.
This cannot be happening.
Ow.
This pain is excruciating.
Lan.
You won't survive me.
Nenio.
this obstacle.
More stuff. What's this? That is lesser kinetic diadem. And what is that? That's Storyteller's Ring. You know what? With all you've been through, you deserve that. But kinetic diadem, that's going to be for me, isn't it? Increase damage dealt by the kinetic simple blast by 1d6 points. And by kinetic simple physical blast by 1d6 plus 1. Composites instead deal an extra 2d6. Or composite physical blasts add an extra 2d6 plus 2. Very useful. Now, we're going to use that. Then we're going to see about healing up. Where's there they are. Oh, she's at level 2. She's had 2 levels drained or something. Not sure what that was. What? Can we see what's going on with her? Why did she get drained? Need restoration. Not lesser restoration, actual restoration. I don't think I've got any spells of restoration, do I? Got to remove sickness, that'll do for you. Oh no, it's not remove disease, sorry. What is that? Lesser restoration. Yeah, we don't have remove disease.
Anything new?
Yours is difficulty 12.
So is restless.
Yours is
I wonder why.
difficulty 16.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Yes?
I wonder if that means it's easier. I'm not sure. Maybe. Looks like it. Alright. Sealer's in trouble right now. I'm not sure what drained her. Alright, Tower of Estrad, here we come. Inhabitants burn the city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Darkness and malevolent rage hide behind many masks, but I see them for what they are. I see them in you. What are you talking about? I hear the echo of menacing footsteps. I feel the heat of ancient cursed rage. Old enemy, you will not escape so easily. You lot feeling okay? Servants of the Abyss, that's not me. You entered the house of memory with evil in your soul. Soon you will be but a memory. Okay.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Make every strike count.
Darkness and malevolent rage hide behind many masks. Okay, you're all idiots. Whoever you are, keep quiet. There's a horde of enemies just beyond this door. Come over here and you'll see. There's a handy way up nearby. Be quiet and watch. This is the best part. Get it together, idiots. No more looting. You're all to sit tight here and wait for orders to attack the Defender's Heart. It's the last bastion of the Crusader resistance. We'll flatten them and claim our victory. Into the abyss with all the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart. Careless city is ours already. Now it's time to enjoy the spoils. Split up into groups quickly. I'll tell you where to go and what to bring back. We won't submit to you, you dirty desperate. Keep out of this, Careless, or I'll curse all your extremities to wither and drop off. Everyone listen to me. What we're going to do is... Looking for a fight, Faxon? Well, you've got one. Had enough, worm. I'm in charge here. Careless is the strongest. No looting, only slaughter. We're going to sit here and wait for the command to attack. The Defender's Heart will fall.
I'd stay away from there right now. The tower is the main stronghold of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth and their allies. Going up against that many of them would be suicide. I have a better idea.
Oh yeah?
If the demons and their mortal agents were better organized, the Crusaders would have been crushed long before now. But they're always trying to spread in every direction. Right now, in every corner of the city, there are demons like Kylus who are trying to consolidate their forces to launch a joint attack on the Defender's Heart.
Who are you?
Greybor. I'm a contract killer who's been hired to kill that demon that just walloped that other one. I've tracked him all the way here, and was planning to kill him when that crowd showed up, so I had to pull back.
What do you suggest?
Don't even think about trying to take them all on single-handed. You'll be mincemeat. Better to warn the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart that the demons are planning to attack. And later, once the attackers have been taken care of, it'll be much easier to sweep through this tower and eliminate the defenders left behind.
Like when dueling with rapiers. One doesn't lunge, but waits for the opponent to strike and leave themselves open.
Yeah, exactly like that.
You think I can't handle this lot here and now? Huh, can't send. By the time you finish, I'll be dead. Dwarf arches his brow skeptically, but doesn't comment on your bravado. Who hired you?
I'm afraid that's confidential. As a professional, I'm obliged to keep my client's name a secret.
Well, we could attack them together.
I have no desire to die today. If you choose to go in there, I'll take advantage of the opportunity, of course. I'll kill Kylus and get back here as quickly as I can. I'm not going to fight any of the others. I don't work for free.
The city is burning. People are dying. And you're thinking about how to fill your pockets?
Yes. So what? Listen here, girl. If you're so eager to save someone, go and do it. And don't waste your breath preaching at me.
I'm going now.
I hope you act wisely.
You're so sad. Please take care.
What are you doing here, girl? This is no place for people like you. Go. Hide somewhere safe.
I think given Sealer's weakened state, we will go back to the Defender's Heart. Maybe going via the city, though. See if we can find Wallflower.
You offend me.
Good.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Well, that wasn't the most effective thing ever, was it now?
Into the fray!
But then no was missing like that.
Stand down.
You won't survive me.
Go for their hearts!
Nenio. Don't know if that's going to help.
The light take you!
That one was good. Dog's down.
Away, you rascal!
Take that AC down.
Endure this!
I'll cut you wide open!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Your time is over.
Alright, you're down. Take out the AC, at least for a round or two.
Make every strike count.
The spirits demand your blood!
There we go. And out we go. Down to 4,000 and some. Just looking for Wallflower before I head back to... Oh, there's a Crusader here, maybe they've seen him. The eyes of a young lad peered out from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it's obvious that his armour is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either a poorly made or a theatre prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does that mean you're a friend of Aranka's? What am I saying? Of course it does, so... Looks like we have a visitor. I don't mean this fool. I mean this fool here. The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomedes Inquisitors appear from all sides, surrounding him. Adept Thrall of the Temple of Desna, you're under arrest on suspicion of treason for aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Prelate Holdren appears behind his people. And here's a traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with its magic. You didn't think the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? The youth's eyes go wide, and he says nothing, clearly not knowing what to do. You're torturing this lad for nothing. I can't stand for this. The Inquisitor's brow furrows. You bear the gift of heaven and you're taking the side of a delinquent and conspirator. Well, let's show him the light of heaven again. Heaven knows not only a righteous anger but also mercy as well. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last he rubs his temples. I do not know why you're standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this Desnan riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as he's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from demons, I'll see to it that every one of Remian's runs, and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabris. Come, faithful, we have no further business here. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Inquisitors go. This is just blatantly unfair. We tried to protect the city from demons, and instead of helping us, we get hunted by Inquisitors. Prelate Holdren will be the death of us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. Inquisition's gone too far. I'm glad I didn't let them take you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holdren. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death, but even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far trying to break into the Wardstone, and we didn't even save anyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that's happened. Right.
How cute!
Now, we've been up there, but I saw there was this.
Find trouble? No, they did.
You offend me.
That could be a problem. And Neo's out of it.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
You are today's sacrifice!
run down.
Into the fray!
Stand down.
I'm alright. I'm alright.
Not so sure about that, love.
You're irrelevant.
Lan's out of it. Millia's out of it. Sealer's out of it. I'm out of it. Can you put them down as well? Not quite.
I'll just sit here.
Yeah,
Don't
she's
worry
down.
about me.
Ember. Come on.
You won't survive me.
Info.
Endure this!
Go for their hearts!
Right, she's up. That's not good.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Make every strike count.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, you're down.
I'll hit you.
Mind over muscle.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood.
You won't stop us.
Away, you rascal.
Got him.
You can trust me.
Magritium Turinos.
Now, do we know why we couldn't heal her before? Well, we can now, so I don't know what that was about.
Surrender or
Right
else.
against our resolve.
You won't survive me.
No glory without risk!
You are for today's sacrifice. Your time is over.
Too late for apologies.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Endure this!
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Go for their hearts! You offend me. I'll hit you!
You should have listened to reason.
Ow.
Make every strike count.
Into the fray.
All good. $4,639. Let's see what's this. Even the huge piles of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, O dearest darling beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze upon me, pray tell? Thy husband I call a friend at time, but love 'tis like an ocean, a friendship a well. But Willis, how are we to live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice. In response from beneath the same pile, indistinct rustling follows. Pass me the ale, will you? Let's get them out wherever they are. The pile shifts easily, revealing an entrance of some kind. To some kind of cellar. There's an interesting looking chest among the items. Silver ring, jade, green quartz, port times 2. Look, the door is open and now we're completely at the mercy of whatever's up there. If it really is a demon, we have nothing to fear. We have the power of inspiration after all. But hand me over my ladle and that rolling pin. Alright, I have a dog who's pushing and pushing to go out. So I'm going to end today's episode there. Join us next time.